Hello, friends. Pardon me. Hello, friends, and welcome to my first look at The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Start off by peering into the options here. Pretty generic stuff, nothing too out there. This is a game that was released on Steam. It must have been about 2 or 3 days ago. Also on Good Old Games, which is where I picked it up. Pretty cheap for a console RPG. Got it for about $16. I believe it is currently 16, soon to be 20, because it's got its opening week sale. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky is supposed to be some sort of JRPG PSP port. I've heard good things about it. Kaiser Hart, good to see you. Twitch is buffering 24/7. That is a shame. I would think at this hour, Twitch should be just fine, but unfortunately, that appears to not be the case. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. Oh, tragic story, Dad's dead. She's got to go on a quest to save the world. And Shura's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a little bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home! Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Oh my gosh, this guy's got like the coolest looking mustache. And like angry eyebrow thing going on here. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? No. I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though. I bought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with me. With it on. Anyway, Daddy. What's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? Oh, God, don't do it. It's a boy! Oh, my God. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? He looks kind of dead, if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed if you don't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove. I'd appreciate it. So the dad isn't dead. So first generic RPG trope, right out the window. Sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. It's the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. Clearly, Estelle has not gone to Asia, where everybody has black hair. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice now, but how about you come clean and confess? Fess up. Yeah, who's the kid anyway? Why is he hurt? Why'd you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate kid? Why is it spaced like that? Illegitimate kid. Did you betray mommy? I've been picking up these kinds of words, no doubt from Scarard, I would assume. Yep. Heaven's sake, the girl is going to get me in trouble one of these days. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I don't even know his name. I mean, bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. He's waking up. So maybe this is the guy you play as. Maybe you play as the girl. It's kind of hard to tell so far. His eyes really are the color of amber. So this kid looks a little strange, even to them. Where am I? Wake up now, humble home, be safe here, just rest. What are you trying to pull? You must be out of your mind. Why would you leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cardius Bright! Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're just shouting out for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just going to make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you I had a daughter your age? I'm going to let you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub. Ow. Quit yelling. All right. Like that isn't going to make me heal any faster. I hear yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. It's what advice would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Your name. You know, the thing people call you. Told you mine. Why don't you tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. My name is... Oh, you get to pick. So this is obviously going to be us. Probably, obviously going to be us. Probably. Oh, opening cinematic. So for a PSP game, it looks pretty good. Obviously, this is all animated. And very loud, too. Looks pretty sharp to me. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. So there's Estelle. Typical tomboy-esque girl with a cute feminine side. There's our hero, I'm guessing. Amber eyes. Black, quote-unquote, black hair. Looks more purple to me. And there's Daddy. So apparently he doesn't die. Some kind of fortune teller with tarot cards. Musician. A gunslinger. Some kind of brawler. Looks like a whole cast of colorful characters. That sketch is too good. I know, right? Sketch amazing. Must buy. Looks like we went on some kind of a magical adventure. Music's really ramping up here. We're getting into epic journey music. Oh, purple-haired girl, purple-eyed girl. An inventor. A mad scientist, perhaps. Giant sword-wielding man, maybe with a tainted past. We have all the good tropes here. Airship. Castle on the coast. Purple-haired queen might hint that purple-haired girl and purple-haired boy might be royalty. Perhaps. Giant wall of China. Maybe hinting the game takes place in Asia. Maybe not. Maybe a different giant wall. Bookworm, that probably is badass. Masked villain, I'm sure. Villains always wear masks. Photographer. Journalist. So, either this game has something like 14 or 15 playable characters, or maybe a third of those guys were bad guys. By the way, sorry about that amazingly loud music, but I just couldn't bear to turn it down because if I click away from the window, it pauses the game. So I was literally unable to turn it down. So odd that the, well actually I shouldn't say it's very odd because I'm guessing that was probably just a video file, like an AVI or an MP4 sitting in the game install window. That probably wasn't affected by me turning the game volume way down. Probably had a separate volume controller for that video. And that might be the only video. I got this game via Good Old Games. And so when I opened up the installation folder to change the config file to run in windowed mode, I noticed there were two videos, probably an ending video and an opening video. And they were just, you could just double click them and run them. I chose not to because I don't want to spoil the ending of the game. If that video, the second one, is the ending. Maybe it's the intro and the opening. Maybe those are the two videos, I'm not sure. Oh, it's so bright in here. Character sprite actually looking pretty good. Stuff like a rock. For being a 2D sprite, it looks real sharp, real well detailed. The portrait, the talking portraits are nice. Dad turned. I wonder if Joshua's still in bed. So his name's Joshua. I guess you don't get to name him. You don't get to name Joshua. Ah, I guess that's a no. Well, I better go get myself ready then, too. So it's like a 3D environment. Maybe they're 3D characters. Maybe they're not sprites at all. Nah, the way it's turning, they're clearly sprites. Sounds like he's playing on his whatchamacallit. He also looks a lot older now. When the father was carrying him in, he looked kind of like a baby. Maybe like a young child. If this is a JRPG, as we know it is. Oh. Very good. Very good, Joshua. Nice! Then there might be 13. Because, you know, JRPG age 13 to 15 is clearly the questing age. It's a damn shame I missed my questing age. Good morning, Estelle. I didn't wake you up. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. Pardon me, clearing my throat here. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still haven't got bags in their eyes. Not that I mind, what with that siren song of yours, gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. At least you could try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs, too, of course. But this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared with what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Oh, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff, like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being super unpopular with the ladies, although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when you stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua! It's Daddy! Morning, Dad! Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready. It's ready and waiting. Why don't both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, on my way. So apparently, I guess some time has passed because I don't think that he would just be calling him Dad the next day. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer at the moment. Or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Watch the dad adventures. I bet you're right. Kaiser, you're probably right. His dad's probably going to go on an epic adventure to another kingdom and either be captured or killed. I'm putting my 2 cents on that outcome. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training? Don't you remember Skara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap! Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or another. Hee hee. That's how you say the little star icon. It's hee hee. I guess, excuse me. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. A sieve? I think it's a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine live with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Huh, you're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike. But whatever. We probably should head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Skara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. So this RPG basically starts with like most RPGs, about 30 minutes of dialogue at the beginning of the game before you can even see what kind of battle system it has. But that's fine. It's good to get into the story a little bit here. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about ruin-style scalloped fish and a basilic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skill can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude. But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal. It's liberal, but it's missing a letter. Liberal news from the general goods store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the liberal news from the general goods store. Give me money, Daddy. Received 50 Mira. Clearly, Mira is the money of this. That's good. I'll take it. If there's any money left over, you can have it as an allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. All right, thanks, Dad. Classic Asian mindset. Save all the money, don't waste it on anything. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Schlard my regards. Completely butchering all the names. Okay, pardon me. First thing I notice here, we've got the speed. Apparently, your characters are on crack in this game, which I love. Look at that speed. There's dash everywhere. Slamming on all the buttons. So this is our menu. Is there any way to change which character picture you can see in the front? There you go. So he's got like a little sword. He got two swords. She's got a long stick. Art looks pretty good. I'm not going to be complaining about that. Options I don't need. As far as I can tell, you can't seem to pick up anything. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat here. I was muting the mic earlier, but now that I have control of the character and you have both hands on the controller. So let's go run around, I guess. Apparently our house stands alone in the forest, which is nice, you know, for privacy and whatnot. It does indeed stand alone in the forest. You have to take the highway, which, as you know, in RPGs, a highway is just merely a dirt path with no cars, and it's not that high. But it is the only way. What do we got here? So apparently, Roulette is the name of our house, and it's 49 selge away. I don't know what a selge is, but it might be like a meter, maybe? Or foot? Something like that. Here's the city of Relent. Looks pretty good. The game is clearly using an older style of, like, you know, PSP level graphics. Looks like we made good time. Not too early and not too late. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. All right then. Let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Skara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet Skara at the Bracer Guild over there then. Oh, we got a whole map? Game appears to be pretty big. We're part of the Erebonian Kingdom. Bonian. There's some gates, there's some mines, there's some farms, bridges. Next to us appears to be the Republic of Calvard. I suspect we might be at war with them. Just throwing that out there. Because our map doesn't have anything on. Oh, I just left town. My bad. Back into town we go. This is our battle position. Whatever position we're in is fine. One liberal kingdom map. Maybe I will get a map of that other place then. There's some kind of slotting system where you can put quartz into things. I don't have any. 2 accessories. A weapon and armor. And boot. Good old boot. You can rotate the map 45 degrees per touch of the back button on the Xbox 360 controller. Is this the guild? No. Let's talk. We're over to the forest event south of here to work. Merchant boss came to buy me lumber. I need to get ready for the order I received. What about this one? This one is the guild. Let's go in here. Guild appears to be just a place that has a bunch of bulletin boards. The guild is actually the classified section of the newspaper. There you two are. That's terrible. I don't know what kind of voice this girl would have. She looks strong. But I already made Estelle strong. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Aina. Good morning. I'm butchering all the voices. Once you have more than 2 voices, it's impossible to keep track of it. Is Skara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. So let's go upstairs. And up here, she's just playing... Oh, she's the one from the cutscene. She's the one that does the tarot card readings. The Star and the Hanged Man. The Hermit and the Magician. And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. If you use the Wheel of Fortune on the chest, you get an extra item, just so you know. Binding of Isaac joke there. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Estelle. How about more than... Guys, I can't do more than one voice without, like, hacking up a storm over here. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for you both to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm. But I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dripping already. Dropping already. Quiet, you! Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Scar is picking on me. Don't worry, Scar. Well, Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework. Acts rashly, is over-naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice, eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a second, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Scar, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was trying to get a vague reading on what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret this card correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. Oh, a little bit of foreshadowing there. Something going on in the near future. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimum level of knowledge that Bracer should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read all this. Blah, blah, blah. Orbital energy, structure, quartz. 50 years since the invention, integral role, magic, weapons, airships, technology. So they had an industrial revolution, good for them. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who protect civilians, so basically they're like every game that has this kind of thing. Community, exterminate monsters, prevent crime. So they're like all around good guys. Branches across the continent. Each region has their own. Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent. Nature, deep-rooted tradition, proud leading producer of Septum. High level of technology, develop orbments. So basically they're America or Canada or something like that. They got the technology. The rest of the world wants it. 10 years ago, we were invaded. Orbital airship to save the kingdom from defeat. Oh, so it's something completely different. It's like in Managing Chaos. The country is basically ahead of the technological curve. Issues with neighbors. Blah, blah, blah. We're fine. Okay, I guess I know it all. I'm now a genius on the history of the world. Practical portion. Nice. Since it's practical, it means you should be experiencing things firsthand. Won't be any studying. Yay! That's exactly what I'm saying. This time you have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. Yay! No more desk. Bright and cheerful. While it lasts. First objective. Let's go on a quest. You need to give both of you. Is it a journal? What do we got? A badge. It's a badge. Journal? Badge. Badge. Journal. Journal? It's a journal. I kind of wanted a badge. So write down all the stuff for here. So we can go back and look at it. So we can, you know. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. I like how Estelle thinks. She's my kind of character. I'm sure there were two. Accurate account of events. Important duty. Get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is. Make sure you do. All right, let's begin. Bulletin standing there at the door. Okay, so there's a bulletin board. I want you to go check the bulletin board. Pressing OK will give us the job list. We can view the details. So let's go over there. I'm going to read it from the back because why not? 50 or 500 gold. Training will involve searching the sewers beneath and bringing back the contents of a chest. See Scalard for details. Which one of these losers is Scalard? I have no idea. I think neither of them are Scalard, right? Oh no, that's her. That's that girl. All right. Blah blah blah. Check it regularly. Important information. Get lots of quests. Beat the game. Save the world. Motivation stuff seems well. Let's get to work on the next task. Now we have to ask her about the stuff, and I guess we're doing that now. You can cross the street to the orbital factory and learning how to use its services. Field trip, yay! Orbital factory services. You can modify your ordnance, synthesize, support quartz in order to use magic, I'm guessing. Pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with the factories. Technical details to the expert. Mr. Melders. Got a last name that appears to be equivalent to his job. Tell me about them. Mechanical devices. Do effects. Lights, airship engines, and so on. Battle ornaments. Make my physical and magical powers better. Personal aptitude. Different owner, different effect. Shape of the fixed element slot it connects to, blah, blah, blah. You have to have open slot to put it in. So it's like Final Fantasy VII with its materia, it would seem. EP is needed for magic. P. EP. EP. Max increase according to the number of open slots, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to know any of it, but I guess I'm going to click on all of them in case she, like, yells at me if I don't. Alright, so number of effects produced by energy, stored mechanical devices. So we call them arts. Like magic arts. That's good. I like it. Elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. It's much more complex than what you've... I'm sure it's really complex. Circuits. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's ability, making it possible for them to use magic. However, we'll not be able to harness any effects until quartz has been installed. Fixed number of slots, certain quartz. New quartz, check ornament, decide to install ahead of time. And the last one is Sipith. Fragments, which are dropped by monsters. They're divided into 7 types. Earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Those are some elements I'm not used to. So it can be exchanged for Maria. So I can exchange the elements for money. Good. I'm satisfied. Receive several of each type of element. You should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular ornaments. Estelle, any element is fine, but Joshua, it has to be a time one. Talk will appear. Talk to them. Modify or trade. Use the factory services. Hey, bro. Alright, so I gotta talk to your servant here. Hi there, looks like you're doing well in your training. I'd like to modify your ornaments. Please select modify and trade. Alright. So, open a slot in Joshua. Okay, so to open these, you have to pay with the quartz. So I think I don't want to open any. I think I want to install a time quartz for Joshua. And I guess I can make each one. I can make each one. So maybe I just want to make them all. Evade, attack, health, defense. So I've made them all. Now let's install them. No. No. No, I do want to go there. Ornament, time quartz only. So let's install the action quartz, which gives me clock up and soul blur and increases my speed. Good for me. And then let's use Estelle. Any quartz is fine in Estelle. She can get fire attack thing. She can get speed, which gives her airstrike. Tear and aqua bleed, which might be like a heal. And a water attack. And increases her HP just a tiny bit. Or stone hammer. I want to give her... Her attack is pretty good, but how is it compared to what's his name over here? They both appear to be pretty good with what they've got. Oh, I can actually check what that stuff does. No. Speed up the flow of time. Emit a time-space shaking pulse. Which has a 20% chance of causing faint. Whatever that is. I will put in the HP one. Which gives her heal and water attack. Sure, she can be my mage, bitch. No problem. Finish installing quartz. Recovery and attack set up. It appears you don't need any more instruction from me on how to do this task. If you balance your odds out between then here to make sure. Oh, so good. I guess if I didn't pick water, she would have been like, what are you doing? You need heal. Cool. It's good times. Training is almost finished. More slots are available. Since which is consumer using arts can have its max value increased by opening up slots. So we received more money. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you. I already know what to do with you. Let's open up a slot in Joshua. Because Joshua can only use the time one in this slot. I think it would be a good idea to open up his second slot here. And then inside of his second slot, let's put something good. Don't keep... Oh my gosh, the buttons are so unintuitive right now. There we go. Let's give him the attack one, too. Because why not? Oh, that's the invade one. Attack one. There we go. Since your centralized limit to a certain number, it would be best if you increase your orbital number of slots early on. Good! This concludes the training. Qualification test. Yay! We can finally start to play the game. It's been like 40 minutes. Can't honestly tell me you forgot about the test. Again! Didn't I remind you just this morning? Ha ha ha, now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh, well, no sense in worrying. I think you're going a little overboard there, Skizararda, whatever your name is. I think you're making a big deal, making a mountain out of an anthill, or what have you. How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Ah! Joshua, help me! Mr. Meld, Freddy, thank you for your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with the test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. So they've got a pretty good family relationship thing going on here. Your training has finally come down to this. Qualification test will begin here. In this hole, he's going to push you down the hole into the sewer. What's wrong with Skalar? Oh, Skalar and Skalarzard are the same people. That's why I was thinking that this one wasn't Skalarzard. It's just a short name for a... Not going to be a paper test or something. In case you just drop you on your head as a child. You just read what it said on that bulletin board not too long ago, right? I even made you jot down notes. Pretty sure the job mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewer. Ringing any bells? What a relief. Oh, divine Adios. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such a wonderful gift as sewers. Thought it was a paper test. No wonder you're acting all crazy back at the orbital factory. After all those horrible days stuck in a classroom, I was starting to feel like grand memories. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll ever be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why don't you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? All right, enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. How about you both try and look a little less anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine what kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us which ones do and we'll lose. So confident, how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be search conducting in the Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest. Place somewhere in the area. Extremely simple. You don't have to worry about getting lost. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there. Why are there monsters under the city? You would think whoever runs this city would like send guards down there occasionally to kill those monsters. We got some healing items. We got a monster guide. Used to record information about monsters. Enemies' attributes. Make notes of it. Here controls the flow of information. Controls the tide of battle. Indeed, Joshua. Useful advice. Thanks for the tip. All right, then let's get down there. Finally, we can have some actual combat. So, pretty straightforward from the look of it. You cannot rotate the camera here. There's recovery points set up over there. So I can see there's actually an enemy on the screen, which I love. I love when it's not random encounters, when you can actually see the enemy. Rest or what? Like not rest? Let's go check it out, I guess. No, that's the wrong button. Still the wrong button. Still the wrong button. So we can rest here. Poof. So I guess we just take a nap in the sewers, because why not? And here's our first battle. Monster at 12 o'clock. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach. Conditions at the start of a battle change depending on how the monster is engaged. So it's perfect. It's one of those RPGs where you can see the monsters on the screen and you can hit them in the back. Sort of like Earthbound, like Super Mario RPG, like many, many other RPGs that do the exact same thing. So we got a list of who attacks when. Highlighted area indicates the distance the character can move. When an enemy is out of range, a cross, like no mark, will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out of range will move the character close, but no attack will be performed. So there's a grid. So it's like Lunar, Silver Star Story, in that there's a grid and everything too. So there you go. Now he will move towards us, I'm guessing. No, he will not move towards us. In that case, let's just not move towards him. Apparently there is no sit and wait. Oh, there is. You just move and then you don't move. So we can be all like super coy about this and just kind of move around sort of towards the enemy, but not really. How many squares away is he? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to move 4 squares to be able to hit him. 2, 3, 4. Like this. No, I should be able to hit him next turn. As for her, she still needs to move 2 or 3. There we go. Now he should be able to not target us. Good. So he's just not going to move. I guess we can attack at a diagonal angle as well, which is nice. It appears that she is nowhere near close enough. Did not move her close enough at all. So it looks like there's some level of strategy with like not getting too close to the enemy so you can get the first hit in on them.
That then. Let's move out.
If you want to use that strategy, it seems like that's a good idea. If not, I'm pretty sure the game's not that hard. What's this? More enemies. Arts are effective against enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but require time to be cast. EP, ha ha ha, is consumed. Can be recovered by inns, hotels, using charge stations, other items. So the bats are probably hard to hit. So they're suggesting we use arts. I suspect I have no choice but to follow that because this is the, tutorial thing. So there we go. We're going to start charging our missile. And we use fire on this guy. So we got water and fire attacks on the go here. Both elements covered. The bats appear to not have any interest in moving. Boom. That's pretty good. I got a chest from that. It's good you can see when enemies drop items. Both of them dropped an item for me.
We're good to go.
And some crystals too, it looked like. Indeed, there were some crystals. 2 crisp onions. I don't think I would be eating an onion dropped by a swarm of bats. This guy can hit him in the back. Using crafts. Crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage with a shot. Crafts have limited range, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. What? Crafts? Crafts are character-specific skills, which are not only deal damage, also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts consumes CP. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage. This is like their art. They're like special character-specific ones. So we got pummel. What's that do? Oh, moral, not pummel. I can't use that. So this one gives us all big strength boost.
Come on.
Come on. Wow, I feel so much stronger. Thanks for that. Come on. Dual strike. 2 hits on an enemy. Let's do it on this one. And it appears to push him back too, which is cool. So I think that come on was kind of a come waste. Let's just attack. Game's like, learn how to use crafts. It's totally not necessary.
That's that then.
Let's
move out.
That's then. That's not too bad. It's nice they have voices. I wish the talking was voiced over, but it is like a PSP port. What we got here? There's a chest. Reviving balm. The chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. Nice. The door's rusted and locked. I'm guessing over there is the chest I really want. Another creepy thing, I wish there were an easy way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-blake should do the trick. However, CPS is 100 to pull off these moves. No beliefs when CPS is 100. S-break actions, which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed. S-crafts, unleash as S-break, can be changed by going to tactics and sending S-break. Alright. Cool story, bro. Oh, now we have like 100. Almost 100 CP. S-breaks. These are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts, which will be used as S-breaks. Oh my gosh, are they the same thing or not? S-craft, which is S-break. S-break, which is actually S-craft. Press the brake button. Cannot be unleashed under the cross condition. Now, press the brake button and unleash an S brake. If you're using a keyboard, you may use the 1 to 4 keys or the arrow keys. What? Oh, you basically have to touch the keyboard from the look of it. I can't get it to go on the controller.
Here I come.
Oh, it's like a special super pummel attack. Wow, it's okay. I'm like rolling the hype train here, but actually it's not too bad. Let's kill this guy, which I'm pretty sure will give us our S break, which I can then use. Oh, I see. I have to actually hit the button if I want to do it. The game won't pause for me automatically. I have to like slam on the keyboard. There's probably another button I can use on the controller. I just don't want to sit here and press all the buttons.
Piece of cake.
So that's not too bad. We get more of those gem things. We get some monster bones, a monster horn. So at this point, I suspect this is like the final boss up here, guarding the chest. The final boss of training. Somehow the enemy monsters, which I guess are like monsters, know that this is an important chest and to protect it. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of when they are allowed. S breaks in a battle order. I got it. So since I didn't use his S break, can I use it now? These icons indicate the bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to a character icon, they will receive that bonus. Here, Scepter up. So let's use him. And have him kill this one. Boom. Since I didn't use it in the last battle, I still had it for this one. Good on me. And she can use her water attack on this guy. I guess, because why not? Ow! Shit, he can push it back. So the bats are actually attacking this time, something they didn't do last time. And because of that, my characters are looking a little weak for wear. Although she did just get a heal up, so it's all good. There was that guy. Guy in the back is still not going to move. If I hit that guy, will it kill him? Maybe, maybe not. I don't have enough for a dual strike. Wouldn't it be interesting to actually lose a Oh, wow, he missed! I say, wouldn't it be interesting to lose a character? Might actually happen. I should probably heal him. Let's heal him. Since he'll probably take a bunch of damage. Oh, I guess she's going to take the damage. My bad. So much for this is the tutorial. Just keep slamming on the A button to win. Now she's going to probably have to heal herself. As for him, let's use his magic-y, fiery crap to burn up the bats. Oh, the moth. My bad, moth. And they only have 8 HP, so it must be like impossible to hit with the weapon. So now she should probably heal herself, I guess. A lot of micromanaging going on here. I mean, it is an RPG, so kind of expect that. So now she's back up to full. She's running low on her magic-y powers, though, so we can start using a beat stick. And he should use his beat stick, too. Let's tag team this guy, because I'm pretty sure he's going to take 2 hits. As they seem to always do. Maybe we'll level up after this. But I wouldn't count on it. Her beat stick is much weaker, it seems, than his beat sword. Which makes sense, except for the fact that she's kind of pushed as being this tomboy, buffy character. Her range is shit. He's getting right up in there. Close enough now the monster should move. Oh my gosh, that AI is like, I'm not moving. I'm not stepping off of this spot right here. It's like, this is the spot for me. Okay? We're not stepping off this spot. Apparently our speed is much better than his because we get to attack twice. He doesn't get a single attack in there, so now he's finished. 69 damage, perfect way to end the fight.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Still not even close to a level up. Getting a lot of crystals. I suspect that They're going to be a little bit more rare in the near future. Small box. Well, boxes inside. In fact, they're not just one, but two. Kind of interesting. I wonder what's inside. Mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside these boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. It's nothing to do with our mission. Honest curiosity, you know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with Teens Needs Pink. Flunk in today's test, by all means, be my guest. It's just say the F word. One of those boxes goes on automatic fail for both of us. This is a real job. The contents of the box would belong to the client. And as they were nothing illegal, as long as they're nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. All right, so let's get out of here. I suspect there will not be any more enemies. It looks like none of the enemies have respawned. A little unfortunate to say the least, but you know. Just in case there's like a boss fight after, let's rest at this spot to get our HP and MP back. You never know, right? The game might try and be all tricksy and be like, "Now I have to fight you for the boxes." Enemies did not respawn, so they can't farm for experience here. Good work, you two. As rule of trading, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal. All right, I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. Figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations, both of you. You've successfully passed your qualification test. So, what's in the boxes? It's me to know and for you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now. Let's get back to work. Seriously, but didn't you say that we passed the test? Stuff to learn about how to report the results of your work. No time to shriek your duties. Let's head back to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's your duty to report the results. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of a job. Aina is in charge here. She's going to pay me, yay! Press talk, report results, gotcha. Roger Dodger. Received payment! You gained 1 BP. 500 bucks. Junior Bracer 9th class. Yay. The results of your work in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you receive. You also receive Bracer points. Basically achieves for the guild. It's a junior, starts at 9 all the way up to 1. Let's head upstairs. Nice. So, we've completed the training. Got some real world experience. 2 boxes retrieved. I bet they're badges. Come on, badges. Brazier badges. Maybe Brazier Brazers. Let's have a look. Open the boxes. Emblems. Those are like badges. Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior brazers within the Brazier Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Brazier Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. So it's like being a soldier slash police officer slash something else. Militia member or something. Good for us. Slash Freemason slash, you know, any other organization that supposedly has these values. Jumping for joy, running around screaming at the top of your lungs. Yeah, look at us, world, we did it. I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've done. Yep, so there you go. We've become Brazers. And that's sort of the beginning of the game here. As for the next step, I suspect it'll be, as we said earlier, Father goes off to like some level 1 quest and we like follow along doing level 9 quests or something like that. Maybe. No good middle-aged man who he's out doing who knows what instead of being a father. It doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in this fashion. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know we qualify as your bracers. Don't forget, we need to get the newspaper first, right? Hey, bro. Hi there, Estelle and Joshua. Oh, hi, Ridge. Looks like your training is over, isn't it? I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the Brazier exam. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I have to go back to work now, but if there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. Can I take another job, please? More jobs? More money? More job, more problem? No. So let's go to the shop and get the newspaper. Hurry up and come on. Wait for me, Luke. Oh, who are these little snot-nosed little brats? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the old great, it's Estelle, Mark? What's the big hurry? Tell us where you're heading. Thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? You're acting like you're a Brazier wannabe. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool to think there's better tasting milk in the world than the milk that comes from Prezell Farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. A few minutes ago, we qualified to become real Brazlers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real Brazers. More like Brazers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. You're great. Blah, blah, blah. Such a good boy, unlike your smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a Brazier first. Guess what, the Joshua became a Brazier before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle. What's that supposed to mean? So you know you can't even be a Brazier until you're 16 years old. So there you go. They must be 16 years old because they said they were the youngest ones. And you can't do it until you're 16, so they must be 16. Two 16-year-old heroes. Any school is dying to have you back. Change my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a Brazier too. Come on, Pat, let's go. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Josh. So, mission number 2 is probably going to be save those brats from monsters. What do you mean by that? It's a boy thing. Like when you said secret base, I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a little curious. Secret base sounds really intriguing. Pure-hearted young child can be so inspiring at times. Interesting. Alright, so let's go to the store and buy the newspaper for Daddy-O. Might have to say a new pair of shoes. Not you mention it. Are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? You've forgotten why we came here in the first place. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad. Ah ha ha, of course, hee hee. I can see it over there in the corner. Let me see if I can get my mouse in here. No, the game hides your mouse cursor. You can see it flicker at the top and then disappear. We collected the shoes. We played that the new Stregas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the news. 100 Mira. So we got the newspaper, issue 1. How is it issue 1 and Dad always buys a copy of it? If it's the first issue, it means that there are no previous copies, yet Dad always buys a copy of it. Exciting reporter and cameraman who did a great job reporting the latest, most reliable news is supposed to be running stories related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. Tell me how you did today. Did you make it for Brazers? Today was your last day of training. I guess you got the small town feel where everybody knows exactly what you're doing all the time. Everything went smoothly. How'd you know about that? With you and Joshua are like celebrities. Didn't hear a lot of customers coming through here. Really? The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. Women here love to gossip. Gift of saying congratulations, free sample. I might receive my shipment, but don't hold the free part against me. Recipe book. It's a recipe book. You get hurt in fighting it, and just limit yourself to healing balms all the time. You're going to be cut pretty deep in your wallet. Recipe book lets you eat food to recover. It's basically free. So this game has a cooking system. It has a crafting system. It has enemies on the field you can see. So combat isn't sort of like out of the blue. Maple cookies. And because I ate the cookie, I know how to make it. Perfect. You should eat whatever food you come across. That's a good story, right? When you're traveling the world, you should eat whatever food you come across. Blaze, good to see you. How's it going? Sounds pretty convenient. You know, cooking knowledge is never getting better. I'm sure I'll increase my repertoire, and really shock my dad's taste buds. That's the spirit. Need ingredients? I'll be delighted. It gives us the cookie book and then sells us the ingredients to make new food. Eating the recommended dish at a restaurant or using to-go meals adds recipes to the cookbook. By selecting the recipe book, all learned recipes will be displayed. As long as necessary ingredients are available, food can be made. 2 types of food. There's sit-down food, which must be eaten on the spot, and to-go food, which can be carried as items. Sit-down meals cannot be carried. So there's no doggy bag in this world. Job treating you well this time? Blaze, my job is treating me terrible. Yesterday I had a parents' meeting. So it was a really stressful day because all the parents come in, they watch you teach, and they judge what you do. And, you know, I mean, the kids are learning. So it's not like I feel, you know, like, oh, the parents can be like, oh, they're not learning enough. But still, when you have, like, moms and dads sitting in the back watching the kids get really nervous. I'm really nervous. You know, that they spell something wrong and they're, like, about to cry. And it's like, it's no big deal. You know, you put mother with an A instead of an O. It's not the end of the world, guys. Relax. It's no big deal. But, you know, they get all nervous and stuff, and so there's always a lot of stress. Then, after the parents' meeting, they offered me another class on Saturday. So I usually teach Saturday from 10 in the morning until 5 at night. I'll now be teaching Saturday from 8 in the morning until 5 at night. I end up taking the class because one of my other classes on Thursdays is getting folded into a different class. Because there's only like 7 kids in that class, and so they're going to fold it into a different class. Can I save? I can save. I should probably save. There we go. 1 hour in and we've had like 3 battles. Classic JRPG. Not that I'm complaining. Not that I'm complaining too much. Let's switch the camera a little bit here. Is this the wrong way? I feel like this is the wrong way. I feel like I came in from the other side of town. You mustn't be doing that bad if they want you to take it. The thing is, I'm a great teacher. Oh, she came out to find me. Hi, Anna. Something wrong? You need to be in quite a hurry. Got a bit of a problem. Is your father home today? Yes, he is. What's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Saw them not long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Rodent. You mean the Tower of Asmelis? That place is supposedly breeding ground for monsters. Unfortunately, at the moment, Scalard is out on some other abrasive reasons, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. There's no time for that. Josh and I will go and bring them back immediately. Two of you only just qualified as junior brazers. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the 2 of us hurry, maybe we would catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Brazier Girl, I ask that you lose no time in bringing the children home to safety. We reach by taking the western path, the junction, northwest gate. All right. First real job. We don't have any time to lose. Right behind you. All right. So I guess this way is north. Yeah, the northwest gate. So yeah, I mean, I'm a good teacher. I don't have any doubt that my skills at, you know, inspiring young learners are at least average. Is this northwest? Is this the northwest or is this just west? That's not even an exit. All right. The problem is that I don't want to teach so freaking early. I mean, 8 a.m. on Saturday. And I already teach all day Saturday. So I was like, I can't take any more classes on Saturday because I already teach all day Saturday. Clearly, this is not the exit that I want. Because this is not an exit at all. I thought this said northwest. I went north. This is where north takes me. Let's try. Yeah, over here. This one's the one I want. Northwest west. So I'm a little bummed because it's another class, but I am losing a class on Thursday. Because like I said, it's being folded into another class because there's not enough students. You have to have something like 10 students to keep the class going. If there's less than 10, they merge it with another class. So each guy can take their own monster here. And it looks like our speed is much higher than these guys. So they apparently can't even get in a turn off here. Good for us. Poof.
All right, we rule.
It's the first time I've won a battle with her. Got some more crystals, got some monster meat, which I might be able to cook into some monster steak or something. How those 2 kids managed to run by that monster is a mystery to me. Anything over here? No. Anything back here? Maybe, but I don't see anything. So anyway, it kind of sucks. I don't want more classes, but I can't really say no because my girlfriend and I are trying to save money for... Wow, that was pretty heavy damage, and it pushed me way back. Kind of sucks. Elemental efficiency. So that 100 on earth, 100 on water, 200 on fire. Does that mean he's weak against fire or he's strong against fire? I'm not sure, but maybe I want to figure that out. Nah, you know what? I don't care. Let's just get the double attack in here. This monster's got slow agility, so we can get a couple hits in here between his attack cycle. No problem. Hope it gets better for... Yeah, you know, I mean, it's not bad to take an extra class. Many people, I think, want classes. The problem is I wish they would just not keep giving me classes. Did I just get hit in the back? I did. Aw, that sucks. Focusing power. That's no good. I'm going to want to kill those guys that are focusing power, I think, probably first. Let's go over here and mess this guy up. And let's mess this guy up, too. And we're not going to be able to kill them fast enough. No, we're fine, we're fine. She might not be able to kill her, so I don't think she did half of its life. Yeah, she needs to do 63. I don't think she's going to be able to do it. This guy's left with 3 HP left. Kitty kick. Ow, God. Kitty kick. Why? Why you kick so hard, kitty? Let's hit this guy with some fiery bliss. Poof. It is extra money, so I'm not like super upset about it. But sorry for like the constant tangent, then coming back to the focus. But yeah, I mean it's extra money. It's an extra, you know, class every week. But it's an easy class because it's a high level class. I suspect not everybody will show up because it's very early. So it's probably a class that has very few students. And the material I'm teaching is fairly easy. Can I just cast the spell from here? Maybe yes. I can. There you go. Cast 1 heal on both of them. Oh, good to go. Go here, kill this plant. Unfortunately, there's 2 of them. That being said, let's actually use our fire on him, and I can see if he's got 200 efficiency in fire, if that means it does double damage, or if that means it does half damage. Ow. The fact that these guys knock you back like 3 squares really sucks. I kind of want to hit this guy with the magic-y, watery stuff, but I think it's probably better to rush her up there. Boom. It does indeed do double damage from the look of it, which is good, which is good. I'm not going to complain about double damage. Bam! Sit your face down, son. Just rush up here. Take another hit by this guy, probably on the girl. No, he hit the guy. What'd you doing that for? Why you gotta be like that? We are gonna be able to get this kill before his next attack, though, which is overall a good thing. I can see I got my charge things set up. My like super duper attacks. I think I'm gonna hold out on those though. Is there like a heal crystal up here? You can see there's another enemy. So I will use her heal spell on both of us. Rather safe than sorry. I'd hate to lose a character at the beginning of the game in the first little tutorial area. I guess it's not the tutorial. It's the first actual zone of the game. Which side is behind this guy? Maybe this side is behind him? Touch the flowers? It is! Touching the flowers is indeed behind him. But there are a lot of enemies here. Quite unfortunate. There we go. Let's kill the flying cats first. Although maybe it would make more sense to kill... Well, we're still going to have another attack because we got the preempt, so our, you know, turns are going fast and furious here. Bam! That guy's left with like 1 HP. I hate that so much. This game needs red fog, where like if the enemy's left with 1 HP, it does like less damage. Like in XCOM. You can turn on the option where if enemies are weak, their aim goes down. Wow, she's getting her ass kicked. They decided to tag team her. Can't blame them, she's kind of cute. But that being said, she's going to have to use her heal. Mysticity, good to see you. How's it going? How's your day been? Let's fireball this guy. And then she can rush up and hit the flying cat thing. And we'll call it good. Difficulty on this game, I think, is a little higher than I expected. I might have to do a little bit of grinding. Wow, she couldn't get to the cat. Luckily, he's focusing power, so he's not going to be doing shit. I mean, he will be if he manages to dodge 2 attacks, which he obviously didn't because he's dead. I might want to leave and go to town. Heal up. Unless leveling up heals us up. She learned taunts. She's the last person I want to be getting hit. Oh, leveling up does indeed appear to fill up our gauge. Nothing, not a thing, not nothing, not a thing remains in the chest except a lonely dead spider. Let's just leave that dead spider in there. It has been perfectly average. It's Friday. Yeah, you know what? It is Friday. Unfortunately for me, I work Friday. And because of that, when we finish this mission, I'm going to be saving it. North is the mines. Oh, here's the tower. Beware of monsters. Monsters. 2 paths. I'll take this one first. I will probably end up clearing both paths, because, you know, why not? Let's beat this guy down. With the level up, maybe she can now 2-hit the flying cat thing. 69 damage. Good. Perfect. It does look like she'll be able to. Did you manage to get Mondays off? Not yet. Not yet. Rusticity, I got another class on Saturday. So instead of teaching 10 to 5, I now teach 8 to 5 on Saturday. Which means I need to be awake at like 6:20, 6:30 to get ready to go to teach. So my Saturday just became terrible. But since I suspect I'll be getting that Monday off at some point, I figured I might as well take an extra class. It was offered, and I have a hard time saying no when classes are offered on days I already teach. At schools I already teach at, so I already have to be there anyway. But it does suck, and it means that my Monday is going to be just the longest day of all time. I'm going to have 2 classes back to back, and then like an hour break to get breakfast at noon, and then 2 classes back to back again. It's pretty terrible, honestly. Pretty terrible. Are you getting paid extra on... No, you don't get paid extra. You get paid for every hour you teach, though. So instead of teaching 6 hours and making, you know, X amount of money, I'm going to be teaching 8 hours and make 1.3 the money that I would have been making before. Yeah, you don't get paid by day. You get paid by hour you teach. So Saturday will be my biggest payday. And what's also nice is you get paid the day you teach. So at the end of Saturday, I will collect the money I made on Saturday. So Saturday will be a pretty big payday for me.
Then. Let's move out.
By teaching Saturday, by teaching 4 classes on Saturday, I will effectively be able to pay my rent using only the money I make on Saturday. Which is good, because then that means I can save money I make on, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for other things, like bills and food and electricity, internet, you know, cell phone, that kind of stuff. So that's nice. I'm going to kill the one that's a little farther away here. And by kill, I mean hit, of course, because I'm not going to kill these guys in one hit. I want to be at the point where I can one-shot these guys. I think that would be a nice place to be. Working Saturday without extra pay seems shitty. It does to me too, Elasticity. It does to me too. Unfortunately, that's just the way things work here. It's just the way things work here. I can move my mouse on. I didn't even realize that. I got like the mouse cursor sitting in the middle. So you can use the mouse to control this game too, which is kind of a nice little treat. Oh, really? You missed? More money to have all the things. I know, right? And the way things are looking, although I can't do it on Saturday because, you know, screw me. But on Sunday, I'm going to go to a computer shop and I'm going to end up buying a, if I can find a good one, I'm going to end up buying a webcam.
That's that then.
He's going to spend some of that big cash on a Wii U so we can play Mario Kart 8 together. You know, I would like a Wii U. Problem is, since I'm here in Taiwan, I can only buy the Asian model. And that means I have to be able to read Chinese. So screw me. Not going to happen. Can we heal? Yeah, we can heal. There we go. I don't know if that's going to be necessary, but might as well. Oh, here we go. Into the tower we go. How much you want to bet? Mind you, I don't know this game. We just picked it up today. But how much you want to bet that I'm going to go in here, I'm going to save those children, and then like a boss monster is going to spawn. I'm going to fight the boss monster. It's going to kill me, and Daddy's going to come and save me. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm just putting that on the table. It's still early in the game. Daddy's still alive. He hasn't been killed or whatever, hasn't been deported. I think he's going to end up coming and saving us. Can't you choose the language in the menus? Probably you can change the language, but I think games are region locked. So if I buy like an Asian model, a China model Wii U, I think that means that I'll have to buy China model games. And I don't think all the games have all the languages in them. Sort of like if you buy a Japanese Xbox 360, you have to buy Japanese region games. So the games I'll get will be like early releases and shit because they come out in Asia first usually. But they'll only be in Japanese because the disc will only have that voice option available. The system itself will be able to be multilingual, but the games have to be Asian region games. I believe the Wii is region locked. I'm not sure on that though. Don't quote me on that, but most consoles are region locked. Let's go in. We need to hurry. No free items outside the chest, outside the tower, unfortunately. So here is our first quote-unquote dungeon. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're on the first floor of this place. Do you hear that? Stella, you all right? Luke, Pat, if you can hear me, answer me now. These little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? I might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Good on us. What are these things down in the corner? I can click them. Apparently they do nothing. Unfortunately. You can see my mouse slowly creeping across the screen because my table is set in such a poor way that the mouse actually moves by itself. There we go. Let's just keep moving through here. Can't go this way, it would seem. Let's turn the camera a little bit. So I can go straight up. So wait, were they just like right over there and we just barely missed them and they went up to the second floor? Pretty lame. Where are all the monsters? What are we going to do? Somebody help. Russian at full speed in the direction of the voice. Russian simultaneously with Joshua. Let's go, Joshua. Right, I've got your back. Why would you rush in solo? Monsters, you go somewhere else. No, Shoo, leave us alone. Chew on this! Oh, wow, now you can one-shot the cats. We'll take care of them. Yay! Only 3 left? Yep. And there they are. Protect the NPCs. If NPCs' health reaches 0, it's game over. So you can literally just let these guys get run over by the monsters, which I find to be pretty funny. Let's move in for an attack here. Bam! 99. Crit. He got the strength up bonus and he wasted it by running to the corner. What a scrub. Seems like the Wii U's are region locked. That's unfortunate. That's a bummer. Then again, I really shouldn't be spending money on new consoles, especially when there aren't any must-buy games. I'm sure at some point there will be a couple must-purchase games. As it stands now, I don't think there really are any for the Wii U. There will be a must-buy game for the PS4, the new Souls game. Bloodborne will definitely be a must-buy. Almost certainly. Unless I have something else big on my financial slate at that time. So we got some more health, or more crystals, more experience. Only lost a little health. Looks like that's that. Glad everyone was safe too. Bloodborne will be running at 30 FPS. Oh, that's terrible. You know what'd be great is if Bloodborne was like like Dark Souls, if Bloodborne was brought to the PC. I suspect it won't be. Just like Demon's Souls was never brought to the PC. Which is unfortunate. By the way, that was great timing, the way you blitzed these monsters. Wow, now he's my bro. Not bad for a girl. Oh. You're hurting me. You violent she-devil. This game has a pretty good localization. The translators clearly had fun with it. By Sony, just like Demon... Yeah, which is too bad, because I would love Bloodborne on PC. And I know Sony sometimes does PC releases. You know, there's a Sony publishing branch. But I think their console division will not let that one slip. Because that one probably will end up selling a couple, you know, tens of thousands of systems. I bought my PS3 for Demon's Souls, all based on a podcast that I used to listen to, called Games and More Entertainment Radio. They were talking up the game, and I was sold. Sight unseen. I was sold just by listening to them talk about the game. And so I'm already a big Souls fan. I loved Kingsfield games back on the PS1 era. I played the Kingsfield games made by From. So, you know, I was already a big fan of that publisher back when it was small. I was going to say back when it was indie, but it wasn't really indie. It was just small. They also, I believe, published Rhapsody, a musical adventure. Don't quote me on that one, though. And I love that game. Pretty sure they were the publishing house for that. Or maybe not publisher, maybe they're developer for it. The From Software group. And then they also made 3D Game Heroes, which I really enjoyed. Basically, if From makes it, I pretty much pick it up. That's a rule of thumb. It's been that way since 99, maybe? When Kingsfield 1 came out. Which was actually Kingsfield 2, but, you know, Kingsfield 1 was Japan only. So Kingsfield 2 ended up being Kingsfield 1 in America, because why make Kingsfield 2 if you never had Kingsfield 1? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Oh, all right, I'm sorry, everything was my fault. Estelle, shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach us in school? Uh-oh! Look behind you! This brat doesn't deserve forgiveness. This splinter should do the trick. Estelle, behind you. Something with teeth, isn't it? It's a shark! It's a land fish shark. I'm not gonna make it in time. It's Daddy! Oh, I totally called it. So obvious. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always be prepared for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's what it means to be a bracer. What are you doing here? Had me in town to hold the whole story from Ina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? Oh, you would have been fine. It's just a monster. It's going to do like 1 damage. Good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry I should have been watching her back. That just means that you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. And 9 is playing an incoming Forces demo on Windows 98 machine. Really? Windows 98 games. I remember those. It crashed for no reason. Sometimes the system would just blue screen. We've really come a long way in system stability from Windows 98. It's a whole different world now. Can you boys walk? I think so. It's incredible. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. I'm her father. Dad is so lovable. He's definitely going to die. Who's the glory hog now? Really chaps my hides. Had quite a day. So we got what, plus 1 point and plus 1,000, or is it plus 3 and plus 1,000? I have no idea. I congratulate you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. It comes up, I appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home? I guess we'd better. Still got dinner to prepare. A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Uh-oh. That's going to be a letter that's like, going on a quest to save the world, and then we're going to have to go follow him. You know, by now, Liberia is the only country. On top of that, your father's widely known across the entire continent. Shit, can you imagine? If you're like so well known that people know who you are across an entire continent. I mean, that's like Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie level of fame. But for like a warrior or something. I think I'm really cut out to be a brazier. Nosy personality, skill with the staff. I remember on Windows 98, I remember playing like the ping pong game. Not the ping pong, the pinball game for that system. Good times. Good times. I'm worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things. If I'll say, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow. Overthinking and worrying, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. Life's good. Yada, yada. Supposed to be my angry expression. Kind of push things a bit. So they have a good banter. I'm not sure if they have a lover banter, if they have like a brother-sister banter. He's not her biological brother. Glutton is closer than Dis. I'm guessing that probably there's going to be like a love interest as the game goes on. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know if it's actually going to be the case. I like to kind of ponder whether or not this stuff is how it's going to go down. Yeah, let's go this way. I believe this is the way to go back home. So let's give Dad the letter and then see what happens. Go inside. Daddy, Daddy! Where the hell's Dad? Here he is. We're home, Dad! Finished. We pointed the guild like you told us to. Reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Make sure you always remember to do it. Before I got a copy of the newspaper in this letter. A letter. Clean up and start dinner. And Dad, thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. So you're being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. It's so interesting when he calls himself Papa. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. No need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams, I swear the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. She'll be thinking, you didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. She has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming these obstacles is what teaches her to stand on her own 2 feet. Rape face! Come into Papa's lap! That's how I imagine that goes. She is 16. So, I mean, it's probably not good that Daddy wants her in his lap, but it's just a game. Is that soft side of yours talking again? Oh, she just... Oh no! Are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have expected to make a perfect meal in a single try. Cooking is about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Once more! That our mind can sometimes be a little too passionate. Go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch on fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the dinner table. Interesting household. Ha ha! All right, then let's see what this letter is all about. Pretty sure he's going to be, cuts the letter open. Ebonian Empire. Uh-oh. He's got his serious face on. What? Oh, no. Wow, this is a surprise. Estelle, egg explosion over rice. Save her every last morsel. Your cooking is excellent. My compliments to the chef. Raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers. We had our first assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. It'll be apocalypse? Maybe. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first, I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're so despicably rude, Dad. You should know how to be humble and just say it tastes nice. Oh, this. Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time, I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving when? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about the letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through, though. That being the case, please take good care of my house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use vague excuses like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know. What are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Ronin branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, Anne, how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What, are you really asking us to do work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish, and I'll ask Sklar to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? Sure. Of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Aina know the change plans before I go. All right, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter. Papa is so happy. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven. Can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle is going to be such a lovely young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping you because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. Traditional Asian mindset, by the way, paying back your parents for raising you. Because there's no Social Security in Asia, in Taiwan, in China. I'm not sure about Japan. There might be. Because of that, there's a culture that your kids basically pay for your retirement. So when she says, I have to pay you back for the last 16 years, she's actually referencing that belief in Asian culture that you pay back your parents for raising you. I'm only 45, and what's more, I'm very likely the most active member of the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Grencel or the one headed for Bose? I'll be on the one headed for Grencel. My flight leaves at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little early tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. So I bet the boy and the father are going to be talking. Joshua, and Papa will be talking about what he's actually doing, and Estelle will be clueless. That's my guess. Dad, you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor or Estelle will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying is don't offer alcohol to minors. In many Asian cultures, there's a drinking age is set at like 16 or 15, so not a huge deal. Plus, you can always drink in the sanctity of your own home. It's never really an issue. I'm not like Skella, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. It's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Eberonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. The movement doesn't appear to be overt. That's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the embassy to see what turns up. It's history with gaming. Yeah, you know, why not? Share some of that cultural knowledge that I've gained by living here in Asia. Which I, by the way, think is a little backwards sometimes. Some of the beliefs are a little dated, but they're very traditional. And so the whole children helping the parents thing is an old value. I think that government and a retirement plan is a better suited method to ensure prosperity in your elder years. That being said, you know, a lot of people have always relied on their children taking care of them at an older age. And it motivates breeding, so there you go. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Esther while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now she's become a bracer. She needs to learn to look out for herself. Drinking anything other than sake, that stuff's the best. Sake here in Taiwan is pretty good. They get Japanese sake. And there's a bunch of different kinds of sake. Or sake. And some of it's pretty good and pretty cheap. I must summon Samber! He has arrived! So smite thee away. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a little rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff. Yeah, Joshua knows about her talent with the staff. She can wield a rod better than any other. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Overt sex jokes. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be the first-class brazier someday. Yet at present, she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing of the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same can be said for you, too. It's already been 5 years since you became part of this family. How time does fly. Should have seemed that way. About what you said back then. Are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize, but I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Esta and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. Prologue, A Father's Love, A New Beginning. So, I guess we beat the first chapter of the game. Go us. Let's see what happens next. Apparently, Dad's going to be going away. But they do a good job establishing the father character so that when he obviously ends up dying, we're going to feel like, motivation to save the world. I'm just shooting in the dark. Maybe he doesn't die. Well, it looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do by myself. And try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Shkalard. Skurazard. Skazard. I don't know. I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be humble, Silver Streak. And I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. Just leave it to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you? You definitely understand the way I think. What's this all about? Oh my gosh, I have like a million messages on my phone. My apologies. Let me just make sure none of these are critical. Nope, none of them are critical. Haha! It looks to me like a mutual understanding between master and pupil. Oh my god. Hi. The Garcel-bound airline Lindy will be. I bet the plane crashes. I'm gonna put that out there. I bet the plane crashes and he disappears. Papa Gump, what's up with you? How's it going? Thanks for joining us. Better take my seat. I'm thinking tragedy has to strike. We just finished the prologue. We're in chapter 1 now. We need some kind of motivation. The plane has to crash. Dad has to be lost or kidnapped. When will you be streaming so I can give you totally legit Dark Souls 2 builds? Hurry back. Don't forget to buy me a souvenir. Hurry back. She come straight home. No goofing off. See you. Oh, well, I'll try my best. It feels like that answer would have been for either choice I made there, so I think this choice is meaningless. As in many JRPGs, the choices don't often have any kind of meaning. Look at that beautiful airship technology. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Off he goes. So for those of you just tuning in, this is The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Available on Steam now. It is a port of a JRPG. I believe it was a PSP original. He's gone again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time. But when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. By the way, sorry if you can hear me touching the mic. It's a lapel mic, and it's on my shirt. And so, sometimes it rustles. I'm not sad that he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. All right, if you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on these jobs your father left me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. We'll do, but first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. So we're capable of doing his junior brace holders, if you insist. I imagine with Joshua tagging along, probably not much to worry about. Good luck. Thanks. So why is Joshua always considered to be like the one who's like the leader here? The girl, Estelle, has been training with her dad, who's the greatest fighter in all the land since birth. And Joshua's just been around for a couple years, but somehow Joshua's the one who's competent, and Estelle's the one that's ignorant. What we're going to do now, shall we go stop by the guild? Probably talk to Anne and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go! So this is now Chapter 1. We finished the prologue. Those are those two boys who totally messed it up last time. Ha! I stopped one. Where's your buddy? Where's your friend? Oh, what? You want to walk here? Okay. I mean, if you pay the fee, you can walk right here, buddy. Where's the pay? Oh, your friend made a whole circle and now he's chasing you. Good for him. So here we go. This is the guild. I need to go in here. But first, let's go ahead and save it. Ching. Save. Right here. We're still in prologue. I suspected we were finished with the prologue. Apparently that's not the case. Looks like there's... How many save spots? There are literally 900 save spots. And there's autosave. So as far as saving goes, this game's got you covered. This game has got you covered. So that has been our first look at The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, available on Steam and through Good Old Games right now. If this is something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. It's a JRPG on PC, a pretty rare turn of events. I think it's pretty good. What engine does the game use? No idea. It was originally a PSP game that was ported to Steam. To PC, I should say, not to Steam. Ported to PC. It seems pretty good. I'm enjoying it. But I'm going to switch up to a different game here, Crypt of the Necrodancers. If you're on YouTube, thanks for watching the first part. We'll be playing a little bit more of this game in the future. So feel free to check that out. Feel free to like the video if it's something you're interested in seeing. If it's not, that's okay. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.